Hey guys, happy Monday. What a wild day in the stock market. Crypto's pumping as well. Today I'll be covering the latest updates on Opendoor Technologies, ticker Open. We'll go through the latest updates. Why is it going up right now? We'll cover latest updates on X, as well as me sharing with you technical analysis price predictions of Opendoor. Now, if you're new to this channel, you're part of the Open Door Army. I would really appreciate you hitting the like, subscribing for more related content, and you don't want to miss it. I will be playing video clip of Eric Jackson at Drake's. Let's begin, guys. Eric Jackson posts his open longs this afternoon. I mean, open was just hovering, and then all of a sudden today, towards the middle of the stock market day, it started ramping up. Why is that the case? Just things are looking very bullish right now, and there's more to come. Shay posts his open jumps 15% after announcing it will accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other crypto for payments. This is why we saw that big surge up on the price, hovering, above $9. So this is looking very bullish. Technicals, we see it consolidating, and now we're seeing a lot of driving catalysts. Kaz, the CEO of Opendoor, who came from Shopify, he brought more leaders to the table. So he brought on Morgan. He's saying super excited to share that Morgan is joining us at Opendoor, Chief Growth Officer. Morgan is widely respected as one of the best growth leaders in software. He literally wrote the book on growth that every smart marketer has on their desk. One step at a time, we are tilting the world in favor of homeowners. This is a relatively big step. Nexus posts welcome Morgan to Open as Chief Growth Officer, a world-class addition to the team. From leading product and growth at Dropbox AI, Instagram, and Shopify to building growth engines at Facebook, Morgan has shaped how billions engage with digital platforms. He's now joining, Kaz and, Rabois to the same for housing, scaling the most important consumer category on earth. So you see his background. I mean, from Dropbox as VP, working as product management at Instagram, Shopify, Facebook, you name it. So that experience is definitely going to transform Opendoor. 8-Bit Stevio posts, we are the news now. So what are we seeing? I mean, just with this post, just looking at all of the news articles, I mean, you see, Bitcoin announcement. We also have Robinhood, just with news with AMD having a big time announcement. Stock price has been surging. But look, you got Opendoor as well. Opendoor CEO Kaz signals Bitcoin acceptance for home buys. That's really what's driving up the price of, Opendoor. And we're seeing a lot of, communication between Kaz and Robinhood with Vlad. I mean, are they playing footsies? Is there something brewing between Opendoor and Robinhood? Let's take a look at this post from Opendoor. So selling your house shouldn't be complicated. We're here to make sure every step of the process is as smooth as possible. Here's a post from someone seamless from start to finish. So refreshing to be able to speak to a person directly and have questions answered quickly and time spent to explain any queries. The process was simple, straightforward, and incredibly well managed from Vanessa. So to Opendoor from Arizona. Let's go. The Wise Eight Man, I just want to share this post just to give you an outlook on where we are right now. So remember, Open Family, when you're climbing a mountain, you don't celebrate every little hill and you don't despair every time you go down a hill a bit. Those dips are what make the next climb possible, each one higher, steeper, and closer to the summit. Same with Open. There's no reason to cheer when it nears $10, $20, $30, or panic when it drops to $7, $13, $22. It's all part of the journey. Keep your head clear, believe in the mission, trust the team that's been given the power to turn vision into reality. Most importantly, have faith in God, and we will raise to $82. No celebration, no panic until the summit. Let's go. God's plan. Han posts about Open. He says, still inside this bull flag, dips to $650 are all expected to be bought here in case of a breakout here. Measured move to $13, $14, a solid 40% gain from these levels. Open Door now consolidating above the median of the Bollingers. plenty of room to run. This is before we actually saw, the market opening and what had happened since this post. We see it breaking out of this bull flag, so very bullish. Jaguar posts every open door bear is about to get wrecked. This could go to $15 very quickly just to hurt and squeeze all the shorts. And I believe there is very much reason that it can gap up to $15 in the month of October. It's been consolidating for quite some time, and we may very well see a short squeeze coming here shortly. Let's take a look at technical analysis. So I just want to share with you what I'm seeing on the chart. So where we are currently, I like looking at these indicators. We're seeing oversold signals, but what had happened today, we see a sudden surge with the amount of whales buying up Opendoor stock right now. This is definitely a key indicator you want to monitor. I'm expecting we're going to see a rise in the smart money, volumes increasing. And what are we seeing? We're seeing a momentum candle. This is based on momentum, price action, price above the daily moving average, as well as relative strength. Every time when we have a red candle like this, that represents momentum to the upside, followed by purple candles. The last time when we had that red candle, that was like September 2nd. We had that red candle at $4, and then it followed by purple candles all the way to 1071. So that's like over like 120% gain. Where we are right now, $18. If we follow that same trajectory, that may put us at like $16 to $20, and I'm thinking we may very well get there, especially as history plays out. Consolidation to the upside. We're breaking out of this pennant flag as what I've been talking about for so long. Textbook play. You definitely need time for it to consolidate for every leg up, similar to what we just got from the 8-man. But from a technical standpoint, this is looking very bullish. We're seeing a breakout from this pennant flag, especially with the bearish momentum followed by bearish indicators. And now we flipped the switch, driven from catalysts we're getting, and now we're going to start seeing some purple candles. I think in the month of October, we may very well get to like $15, $20 is my perspective. As we scale out into Q4, we may very well get to $32 or even more. So we're looking very bullish with Opendoor.
Hey folks, day 49, another beautiful day on Park Lane Circle, 7:20 a.m. Birds are chirping. Workmen are working over here. Markets are ripping. Lots of green candles this morning. I just heard AMD got an investment from OpenAI. Stock was up 26% in the pre-market when I left. A lot of excitement. All the kind of big rising dynasty names are ripping this morning. I think Iron and Cypher are among the leaders. They were up like 6 or 7% before I left. And I don't know, there are a lot of bears out there saying, oh, the world is about to end. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. So the other thing that was interesting this morning or last night was I did a spaces with a guy named Asher Ganut, who's CEO of a company called Hut 8. And Hut 8 is a data center provider. They're a neo cloud provider. They own High-Rise. They own 60% of American Bitcoin, the new Bitcoin miner with the Trumps. And they've got a bunch of $1 billion worth of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. I like Asher a lot. He's amazing. We went deep into the 90-minute discussion about how he came from college to leading this company at 30 years old, just under 4 billion market cap. I think it's undervalued. I bought quite a bit of Hut 8 last week and own it and think highly of Asher. So you can check out that spaces if you want. The other exciting thing that happened yesterday, if you're an open holder, is there was a little bit of footsie being played between Vlad Tenev, CEO of Robinhood, and great guy, and definitely somebody who the Open Army admires, playing footsie with Kaz. our fearless leader, fearless CEO of Opendoor, Kaz was saying that he wanted to involve retail at the next earnings call, which is about a month out from now. And Kaz sort of jumped into his replies and said, hey, we can help you with that. And Kaz was like, hey, my DMs are open. So don't know what's going to go on there. Vlad has definitely been chatting up on his recent world tour. He was in Singapore talking up the benefits of tokenizing real estate. And obviously Opendoor is perfectly positioned to do that. Robinhood is positioned to do that. Could they collaborate, in some way? We'll see. The other thing that just cracked me up yesterday, obviously Captain Mike has become a new hero, and his crew. These guys are out there fishing for cod in the Bering Sea, sailing out of Alaska. They've been out there, I think, for 6 weeks, and I think they've got a couple more weeks to go before they come back on shore. And they've just taken our hearts. We love these guys. We love them that they bust their asses so much every day to support their families and themselves. And it reminds us, watching their videos, watching the 40-foot waves that they go through, just how much easier basically 99.9% of us have it in the world, even though we think our lives are so difficult and all this kind of stuff. It's nothing compared to Captain Mike and that crew. But they busted out basically Drake, what did I miss? Fish Mike rap battle yesterday. So if you haven't seen that video, it is hilarious. Somebody's got to get that in front of Drake. This is heart and soul, people. This is Rising Dynasty. These are plants being delivered to Drake this morning. Anyway, this is day 49. Tomorrow, we start day 50. Turn the page. Let's keep it going, guys.
So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please make sure to smash the like, subscribe for more related content. Thanks, guys.